Okay, y'all, how's it going out there? Now, this problem is a perfect problem to indicate why variables are important, because this was pretty tricky. Those of you guys who like to just add, subtract, decide how to multiply, figure numbers in your head, did you get the solution? Maybe you did. Maybe you guessed and checked. How long did that take you? I mean, I can't speak to that, but just look what I did here. Notice what I'm doing here. See the total number of coins? So I'm using this letter T to represent the total that we do not know. Now, we were told that 1/5 of that total was dimes, 1/6 of that total was nickels, and 1/10 of that total was quarters. And then the rest was equal to pennies. Right? So notice what I'm doing here. I'm subtracting from the total the 3 coins that we were given some way of expressing the value as a fraction multiplied to the total. So I subtracted those fractions from the total. The common denominator I used was 30, so that's why the t becomes 30 over 30t, which would be the same as 1t. And so this would be the expression we're going to use for pennies, which I've reduced to simplest forms. Now there's two aspects of this: the total number of coins and the total value of those coins. We've had this problem before. It was a lot simpler than this in a lot of ways. And there's two totals, so we have a system, but we don't need to use a system here because we can express this problem based upon the way the information was given to us, and then use these representations of the coins to get the value. So $3.52. So that's 10 cents per dime, which would be 0.10. I'm using fractions here. You guys know how I feel about fractions. Okay? You need to learn how to work with them. It's a lot better in the long run. Okay, and then nickels, 1/20th, because that's the same as 0.05. Quarters, 1/4, because that's the same thing as 0.25. And then pennies, 1 over 100, because that's the same as 0.01. So you multiply the value to the number of coins. And then you add them up, and we should get 352. So notice now I'm replacing dimes with 1/5t, because that represents the number of coins. I'm replacing nickels with 1/6t, because that represents the number of coins. I'm replacing quarters with 1/10t, because that represents the number of coins. And then I'm replacing pennies with 8/15t, because that represents the number of coins. Oh, really? Automatic focus, because my finger's too close, that's why. I gotta spread it out here. Okay, so now we got our equation. I multiplied, and then we want to simplify, so I multiplied everything by 10. That just moves this decimal point at 35.2. Now our fractions are a lot simpler, and then I multiplied everything by 300. So I decided, well, okay, multiply 150 by 2, maybe 300 will work, which is definitely divisible by 4, probably divisible by 12, and I double checked, I divided, and then definitely divisible by 5. So this 300 will get rid of all the denominators, which is what happened. This is 300 times 35.2, 300 divided by 5, 300 divided by 12, 300 divided by 4, 300 times 8 divided by 150. 300 divided by 150, which is 2 times 8, another way of thinking about it. Then you just solve, and bada bing, bada boom, you got the total, and it is 60. Woo, woo, woo. All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe out there.